Okay, I'm going to try something, see if you can kind of see what I'm doing. I try and bring this camera somehow a little closer, but no, I don't. I want it further away. Alright, it's not working for me. Alright, maybe that'll work. You can see what I'm doing. So, I'm going to make a striped scarf. So what we want to do is, to start on this machine, you go behind one. This is my starting peg. So you go in front of that one, behind this one, in front of, behind, in front, behind. See how that's... This is how you're going to do your cast on. Because this is waste yarn, so this is going to come off. So you're going in back, in front. Now we'll go back of this one, in front of the other one. So if I pick this up, I can show you to see where it's in back of this one, but in front of this one. So you're going to kind of alternate. You're going to go back in front and back in front and back in front. Okay? I'll meet you back here when I'm done with that. Okay. I'm going to try this. Now, I have this green yarn. It's what is it? It's let's see, Ogo 100% acrylic. It's by Coates and Clark. Oh, Ogo yarn, Red Heart Super Saver. I think you can see that. Can you? Red Heart Super Saver. It is the color Hunter. It is 364 yards. Now, I am going to make a striped scarf. I'm going to start with the green. Leave a little bit of a tail. Click it down in there. I am going to do 40 rows of this green, and then I've got this big twist value, 380 yards. This is the color Varsity Gold. So we're going to do 40 rows of the green and then 40 rows of the yellow for a total of 320 rows. So we're going to start with the first row, and I'll just pull out this yarn a little bit until it gets going. Oops. And I have my table with the little hole in it so that everything will just nicely drop down into it. Oh shoot, came out of the thing, that's not good. Got my waste yarn on because I'll have to crochet in the edges. Pull a little bit more of this yarn out. So this is how we're going to start it. I'm not going fast because my camera's not like real. Oh shoot. See, I didn't. I'm going to go back a little bit. I got to make sure that this green, oh, it's a splitting, gets on this little peg here. What do I have that I can use to push it down? Let me try this crochet hook. Oh, I split the yarn. Here's the other end. I want to make sure that it grabs underneath there. Did it grab it? It did. Now, make sure it's going to grab that peg. I don't know that it grabbed it. I don't think it did. Oh shoot. Well, let's continue on. Sometimes, you know, we make happy little mistakes, and we can fix it in the end, one way or another. I just want to make sure it gets onto all of these pegs, because that's where it, oh, there it goes. Okay. Seems to be grabbing everything, and we are already on row 4. I think I just need to get me some kind of a stand that sits on the floor or something, and be easier to do these knitting videos if that's something that you guys like to see. I know there's a lot of them out there. Everybody does things a little bit different, and that's okay. We find our own little way of doing things. So right now I'm going to get to row 40. I'm just going to hand crank this around. This isn't the electric one. This is the Sentro 48 peg knitting machine. Okay, lots of things you can make on these. You can make gloves, although I don't know if I'm going to even attempt to do that. We'll see someday. I don't know. But I do hats, scarves. I'm going to try some slippers. I made some snowmen, some Christmas trees. There's a lot of things you can make. It's fun to do. It's not hard. I like the electric one too, but I don't know. It quit working. Pay enough for these things, you'd think they'd make them so they last. But my brother's knows how to fix things like that, so later on I'm going to have him take it apart and we'll see what's going on. With that, I'll do a video on that in case, you know, somebody else gets an electric knitting machine, which they very, very nice. I'd be using that right now if it was in working order, but it's not. So I'll do the hand crank one, that's fine. And I'll sit here and watch TV while I do it. So I'll meet you back here at row 40. Okay, so as you can see, I hope you can see that, we're at row 40. So I cut my green yarn. I'm going to put it behind this one. And then I'm going to put, I'm trying to do this one-handed, put the yellow yarn in. I just can't do this one-handed. Alright, I'm going to try and put you up here, and hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I think I got it. So I'm going to put this yarn in, put it in a tensioner. Now we're going to go to row 80 with this yellow yarn. Hold those two ends as I first start. I'm going to go kind of slow. And then, thankfully, this is a pulling out in the middle of the yarn. Before I get back here, I'm going to go really slow because I want to make sure it doesn't drop. Once I get a couple rows down, I will tie it because it'll be permanent. So, give me a second here. I'll go around one more row. Some people tie it sooner. I like to see it on time. This is a darker colors. So here's where I added on. So I'm just going to take these two, snug them up, not too tight, not too loose, because otherwise it'll start pulling it off the other needles or something, I believe. So I got 2 knots. I'm going to do a third one. Now, this will be on the inside, so even if it's got little lines hanging, I'll do it one more time for good measure. And that's it. And now I can continue on. Oh, forgot to pull my yarn out and make sure it grabbed. I'll pull a bunch of yarn out here. It's sitting up over there. Now I will just continue to go around for another 40 rows. So I'll get to row 80, and at row 80 I'll switch to green. And then at row 20 I'll switch back to the yellow. And then row 160 it'll be green again. So you get the picture. Every 40 rows I'm going to switch color. I'll tie it off like that. I'll meet you back here when I'm done. Okay, let's see if you can see what I'm doing. So I'm on my last round with the cast on edge, so that way I only have to crochet the ends together. I really need to get something new. I'll try and hold it. So once I get back to the white peg, which is right there, I am going to cut my calf, or well, it's my waist yarn, okay, and then all we have to do, I think you can see this, I hope, is go around, and it's gonna just fall off the needles. Look how easy that is. Comes right off the needles. Except probably for the last one or two likes to stick. Yep, right there. And we'll just lift this off. There we go. Now I'm going to check everything in the middle in a minute. But see, we got that nice cast off edge. It'll be really nice and easy to see. I can see the white really well. I'll bring it this way. I'll be able to do that crochet cast off, or crochet cast off. Crochet the ends together so it makes a nice clean smooth edge. So right now this scarf is about 70 inches long or something like that. Let's come back and have a look at it in a bit. Okay, so as I did before, I wanted to line these up. Decided to use a clip on the last two on the end, because sometimes when you're crocheting back and forth it kind of pulls together. So this is where I want to start. These two right here. So let's get my little crochet hook, and again, this is hard to do on camera. Grab that one, grab that, oh, it's split. Grab that one, come down here, grab that, and we're just pulling it through the loop, okay? And then we'll come grab this one, and again, just the yellow. Come back here, and it just leaves, you know, a nice bind off. This is the way pretty much everybody does it. I don't know that there's another way. There might be. But you just want to make sure that you find the one that's across from it without dropping a stitch. Okay? So then come to this one, and then again up over here, all the way until you get down to the end. So let me finish this. Okay, so like I said, you got to really pay attention. See, I dropped a stitch right here. I don't know. I did not pick it up when I was taking it off. So what I do to fix it is I just bring it up, put my yarn around it, bring it through. I'm trying to do this on camera. I'll just bring it through the first one, and now I'll tie it off, and then I'll give it a little snug with the knot. So I mean, it happens. Sometimes those stitches are just hidden. That's why I said, you know, you gotta be real careful when you're taking it off. Make sure you get, you know, all the stitches. And then we have a nice edge right here. Now I will finish the other side. I just have to get everything measured out and everything, because we want it to be straight, not twisted. And really just kind of start on one end, and we're going to try and hopefully by the time we get to the other end it's going to be straight. If not, that's alright too. We'll just go back and do this again. So I'm just kind of letting it fall down below. Well, that obviously isn't quite right, because here's my edge here. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold it like this, bring it back up, shake it out a little bit, and then I will straighten it as I go to make sure that my other edge is not twisted, and it is not. Good. Alright. These are nice and stretchy. Bring that back down to where it was. Make sure my edges are fine. Here's my starting, or ending. Here's my starting, and that's what you want. You want these two, so you go back and forth. And be as careful as you can to not tap a stitch. Alright. I don't know if I was recording or not. These are colors picked by my grandson, and this is the side that we cast on. And this is the one that you're always going to have to take that top loop and pull it through until you go around all the way once. Then you will be able to unravel it. So I just grab the loop. I'm going to hold this back here. Let's see. I think it's this one. Pull it out. We're almost back to the beginning. Once you're back to the beginning, like I said, you'll be able to just, there's the last one. Pull that baby out of there, and then you'll just be able to, I just wind it around my fingers like so. Going so many times. Uh-oh, we're stuck here. We stuck on there. There we go. Wind it so many times, and then I just kind of take it off and start rolling it into a ball. And now it'll just unravel really nicely. It's just, oh, I dropped it. So now the next time you need to have some waste yarn of a contrasting color. Well, here's white. I've got a light blue one. So I will continue to unravel this. This unravels very nicely now. Get it over here. As you can see, it just, I have to put it down like so you can see it. Get the green out of there. It will just unravel all the way around, and we'll put it in the ball. So I'll be right back and I'll show you the scarf. Alright, you can see it worked up pretty nice. I didn't drop no stitches this time. And now I will just weave the end in. And he has a very nice green and yellow scarf. And it is about 5 feet 8 inches long. So, and there you go. All I gotta do is weave in these little ends and we'll call it done. And this took, about an hour to make. So he'll be happy. He'll have a nice warm scarf. Of course, we're going to be getting up into the 40s this week. He's not going to need it. He needed it last week, but when it was like minus 25. But anyways, we'll have more colder days, so it'll be all right. So there you go. A scarf on the knitting machine in about an hour. Alrighty, so this is what it looks like. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 panels, or 4 squares. Well, it might be a rectangle. The yellow, 4 of the green at 40 rows. And quite a nice warm scarf here. There you have it. These match up kind of like a patchwork quilt. Look, it's pretty cool. Look, you put it together, probably make a blanket, a patchwork blanket. Well, there you go. In some Teen Spirit colors, possibly. Yeah, no. Anyways, like I said, it only takes about an hour or so on the hand knitting machine. So, thanks for watching.